What's up, folks? This is Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards. Last week during my video, I mentioned that I did a little co-op gaming with my buddy Mike playing Savage Worlds. So this week, I thought that I might drop a midweek video about how you can co-op your favorite RPG. So without any further ado, let's get into it. To start off, I want to just say that there are a number of RPGs that were designed from the ground up for cooperative play. Here are three excellent choices that I've done videos on. If you go through my back catalog, you'll find detailed videos on each of these, but that's not what my video today is about. Today is about taking your favorite game, be it Traveler, or D&D, or Godbound, or Dark Places and Demogorgons, or even Palladium Fantasy. Whatever your flavor of game is, I want to be able to help you play those games where nobody wants to be the GM, everybody wants to play a character, and you can't get together on who's going to run the game. This is going to be a way that you can play those games without a GM. This is my How to Co-op Your Favorite RPG in 5 Simple Steps video. Number 1, find a friend. Preferably, this is going to be a friend whom has a little bit of experience in gaming, but if not, cooperative role-playing might be a great opportunity to teach somebody that's been interested in the hobby but hasn't taken that first step yet.
You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you.
So you're going to need to find somebody that has that itch, that is at least willing to give it a try. Now, this can expand beyond normal gamer boundaries if you go with a game that has a more mass appeal, like maybe the Walking Dead RPG or Blade Runner RPG, or Everyday Heroes has a number of cinematic adventures that people are going to be familiar with. So if you can find an IP that they might be interested in, finding that friend might be a little bit easier. But at the end of the day, if you can't find a friend that's interested in doing a cooperative RPG with you, go check out my solo RPG videos. Step 2, find the right game. Hopefully it's something that's going to be appealing to both you and the other player that's going to join you. But if not, find something that's procedural. Find something that is at least appealing in a genre format to both of you. It could be a great IP that you're both interested in, or maybe it's that holy grail game that you've always wanted to get a group together for but could never quite find the right mix. Whatever you choose, just make sure that you're both fully on board, you're invested, and you're willing to learn the system together. The other part about this is both of you need to take on a little bit of the extra burden of learning the aspects that the GM would normally cover so that you know how the Oracle will respond in those moments. If you don't know what an Oracle is, we're going to get to that next. Step 3, find the right Oracle. Now, for co-op gaming, especially with somebody that's relatively new to gaming, I would stick to probably a simpler Oracle system. So I might not use this full Mythic Game Master Emulator 2nd Edition. I'd probably use the one-page Mythic version. Or better yet, you can just pick up the GM's Apprentice handy decks that have all of the same types of content generation that a full Oracle would have. You might want to also pick up a secondary book that gives you a little bit of extra content generation as far as actions and descriptors go. Ironsworn Lodestar is a great choice for this. Or, if you don't want to purchase a regular emulator at all and you feel confident with your own abilities to generate random names and concepts and the such, you could just use a standard D6. Roll a 1 to 3, it's a no. Roll a 4 to 6, it's a yes. The further away from the center you get, the more dramatic the result. So a 6 would be a yes and a 1 would be no and, a 4 would be yes but, and a 3 would be no but. You could even say, if you wanted to make it more likely, roll 2 6-sided dice and keep the higher. Or if you wanted to make it less likely, roll 2 6-sided dice and keep the lower. It's a simple emulator you could use for pretty much any question you would ask a GM. Then, if you wanted to add something like an Ironsworn Lodestar, you could use that for creating random names. Also, descriptors and whatnot, but that's up to you. Big thing is, both players need to be on board and both players need to fully understand how the Oracle works. 4. Decide how you're going to split the Oracle duties. Now, I don't mean that you actually need to split the deck in two if you're using Game Master's Apprentice. What I actually mean is, when you make a choice through the Oracle, there's often some interpretation involved.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You need to decide if it's going to be one player that's always interpreting, if you're going to hand it off between actions or sessions, or if you're going to do it jointly. So, for example, if I wanted to get a random catalyst and I said vindictive authorities, then we need to know what that means. And through the context of the game, we can probably figure that out. But you might have a different idea of that than I do. So it's just good to hash out up front. How are we going to do this? Am I going to always interpret? Are you going to? Are we going to switch off? Or are we going to decide together? Any of these are just fine, but you need to make sure that you are both on board with the same decision up front. Number 5, decide on a journaling method. Now, this could be as easy as just being oral.
Phrasing?
You could just share your stories amongst yourselves and remember your game sessions that way. But it gets a little bit more fun whenever you actually document the game so you can have a living campaign. You could write it down in a journal like this lovely journal that was given to me by the folks at Minds Vision Studio with the Legacy of Cthulhu books that they sent me. You could potentially even have your own YouTube channel and videotape your games and upload them to your channel and allow the rest of the community to share the experience with you. Or you could even put them on a podcast. Whatever you decide, there's no wrong answer. It's just a good idea to have a way to document your journeys. So there it is. That is my 5-step list of how you can get started in cooperative role playing. You don't have to have a game that's designed from the ground up to be a cooperative game. It doesn't even have to be designed to be solo. You need a friend, an oracle, a game, a plan, and also a way to document your game. That's it. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, this has been Justin from Books, Bricks, and Boards. Good gaming, and God bless.